My name's Bree Al-Rashid, and we're going to talk about reasons that negotiations and sales fail when it comes to home buying. Negotiating the sale of a home is ultimately a relationship that's built on tension. Buyers want the best deal possible, and sellers want the most money they can possibly get for their home. So there's always a back and forth when it comes to negotiations. In the end, price fixes everything. So whether your home is located on a busy arterial or condition is maybe not at its best, an adjustment to the price will ultimately be the deciding factor as to whether a buyer and seller can come together. A secondary reason that negotiations might fail is when it comes to contingencies. Contingencies are clauses in a contract that allow a buyer to walk away legitimately from the sale of a home. One of the most important contingencies is the financing contingency. Sellers are really interested in what kind of strength their buyers have. For example, a buyer that might have a 20% down payment might show stronger on paper than a buyer that has a 3% down payment. Once buyer and seller are able to come to agreeable terms, there's often a second period of negotiation that takes place if the buyer has elected to use an inspection contingency. An inspection contingency is a period of time when a buyer is able to come in and take a look at the structural soundness of a home. If there are defects in the home that are found, such as a leaky roof or potentially some bad electrical work, the buyer might come back to the seller to ask for things like repairs or potentially a cashback credit to the buyer for work that will need to be done after closing. If buyer and seller aren't able to agree on those items, this is another reason that sales can often fail. There are plenty of reasons why buyers and sellers can't come together, but ultimately, if both buyer and seller have some wins and some benefits, you'll be able to come to an agreement.